have even photographer. The only angle where you walk is different, but it's the same thing. The NTA Abuja was tackling me 2 weeks ago, asking me questions about what is wrong with journalism, what is wrong with PR, where is PR, where is journalism, and so on. Well, it's like you go to a hospital. After you have gotten to the reception, somebody takes your records. The medical records, takes your records, then passes it maybe to the nurse. The nurses will take their preliminary samplings, then pass it to the medical doctor. After he has diagnosed you, he writes all those things you cannot read. So then you take it to the pharmacist. We now say, okay, we will start bringing bottles and all those chewable things to you. So it is a maternity approach. It is a synergy of effort. It's not somebody doing what. And the same thing goes for the business of catering. If you go to a restaurant and eat a very good meal, there are so many hands, you will not see so many faces. But you only see the waiter, well dressed with the bow tie and then a good smile to enjoy your meal. But that is not the person who is responsible. So that is exactly what we want to look at. I want to start by looking at the idea of Warren Buffett. When we talk about Warren Buffett as a communicator, he doesn't belong to the class of journalists, and he doesn't belong to the world of PR, personal advertising. He's a businessman, but he's a schooled businessman by nature and environment, not by classroom. That's one thing that many of you watch Warren Buffett on film and on thieves have not understood. He's not a businessman coming out from the classroom, those years of research and intimidating statistics. Warren Buffett is a student of the environment and, of course, the experience. He said it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you will do things differently. I have rewritten this for him. It takes 100 years to build a reputation and 1 second to ruin it. Who can tell me why I changed it to 1 second? Quick thinkers. Of course, ICT. Oga on top was happening in Abuja sometimes. The 3rd day, a brand came out from US and the name of the brand is Oga on top. Is it not surprising? And Coca-Cola 7up worldwide changed his advertising slogan to, if you want to be Oga on top, you take what? 7up. But the mistake from somebody's tongue became a key to open door for business. So that is creativity. And that is exactly what Warren Buffett is. You know, you remember the story between Warren Buffett and Bill Gates. One visiting the other. And then Bill Gates said, no, I don't have your time. You can do your stupid business. Okay, let me spare you 30 minutes. And when it was 10th hour, he was begging, can you please spare me more hours? So who was richer? Anyway, so this agenda is very simple. We want to see the conceptual of reputation management strategy, the crisis, how we manage it. Very simple. Our objective will include, yes, we have to interact and share experiences on how to handle reputation as a substance. We all believe reputation is intangible, isn't it? You cannot see it. But if you handle it as an intangible, your failure already commences. That's number 1 law of reputation management. Manage it as a substance. If you are carrying a crate of egg, how do you carry it? Utmost care. That is reputation. It is not intangible. It is intangible physically, but it is substantial and a substance by management. If you stand on the road and a mobile staff bus splashes water on you, then passes by at my 2 bus stop. Then you get to Yaba bus stop the following day, and it has just rained, and you see another movie bus coming, what will you do? You run. Is it the same bus of yesterday? No. But why? It's a simple psychological effect because stimulus association response. Because you have seen mobile bus always splashing water on you. But it was only once, so anywhere you see mobile bus and there's a pool of water, you run. So, and with that simple analogy, you will see the need for you to see reputation as substance. And then, how of it? It has to be managed the same way. If you attended Pan-Atlantic University, any school at all, within that university, yes, you got your certificate, fine. That is the end of the deal. Then, you are not talking reputation. That's why this morning when I was leaving home, it took me about 15 minutes to get this out. Even when I saw my doctoral hood, I didn't see this one, I was worried. And I said, I come out, I said, do you see something that looks like this? The color of my name. He said, no, I don't know anything about your wardrobe. I said, okay, you won't even know the water. But I sorted it out. But this is very important to me. Because I'm coming here. That's the first thing. So if your relationship with universities, that's your certificate, yes, you've gotten a job now. Like my guy here now, before I see him, I will see Jonathan 10 times before I can see him. But the issue is, no, value chain built in as fora, corporate discounts, awards, point of sales cards, and etc. That's always join you with LBS. Last SMC, sir. Yeah, SMC, yes. SMC and the Pan Atlantic University as a whole. Last week I was looking through my diary and now I saw something. Nigerian German Business Association. And I saw the card given to me that can make me enjoy 20% from Lufthansa. You know, I don't fly for Lufthansa. And you're talking about why am I not flying Lufthansa? If it's where I have a better leverage as a member of the Nigerian German Business Association. And then my colleague was just reminding me, telling me, he didn't even know what I felt. He said, do you remember that this certificate is renewable annually? And we pay our dues. And I said, oh, I see. What are the benefits? I said, well, I don't know. But I knew they are offered benefits. We didn't have. But we had other alternatives. Even coming out this morning and seeing yourselves, exchanging your cards, something must happen between you and somebody else. That is the reputation we are doing. It's built in. Well, in 2001, I had a very ugly experience. I lost, it was 1999, I lost 1998, 99, I lost my job due to politics. Because the last thing I would do is politics. I can do any other thing. I'm not like that. Then I was eating my lunch at Sheraton, and 3 people were eating behind me, and I was hearing what they were discussing, and the woman told them, I wonder we will see a Nigerian to drive this brand. Because we don't know this terrain, and the other man, the 3 of them were whites. Said that we can look for them. The way we can do so is to look at the directors of different professional bodies, populations, marketing, accounting, and so on. So, and I was inquisitive. I left my phone and I'm sorry. I'm an applicant, I have no job. And I can see that they have jobs. Let me pick one from those jobs. And they were laughing and said, oh, we admire your courage. Can you introduce yourself? I did. And we discussed, we had a 15 minutes with them. And it's okay. Look for us tomorrow around 5. Let's chat. Bring whatever you can show to demonstrate your competence. Before the following day, they had gotten all the directives they wanted. But in all the 7 directives they got, my name appeared in 4 of them. With the name and card I gave them. So when I came in, the woman said, no, don't tell us anything. Give us a proposal. This is what you wanted. And that was how I got the job as a PR and marketing consultant to Polo Nigeria Limited. Those of you buy expensive wristwatches, you will know Polo. Polo was just taking a franchise from a Swiss company. And I was the one to drive that for the first 1 year. Not only that they paid me in advance for the first 6 months, the salary that was times 3 of what I left as a general manager in the company, and with a brand new car. What am I trying to drag out? Reputation. Not what I told them, what they found in the directors. So it is built over the years. Now that drove me to now have what I call a theory, which I propounded in 2001, image cube or reputation cube. And if you can understand this, it will be so useful to your approach to reputation. The first question is, who are you? That is the real you, the utilitarian value 100%. What you are exactly, you may not even know it yourself. You may not know everything about it. And that is the ultimate you should be looking for, because that is the ultimate you, which you must try to look for. Looking at all the natural endowment God gives you, you must find them out. Most of us, we went to school, have the first degree, because we wanted to be a graduate. Not because we wanted to read history or accounting, but we wanted to be a graduate. And it's like the joke we have these days in Yoruba, and say somebody wants to be a chief, by all means. And they say, oh, no chieftaincy again. We say, nah, Oye Titan is also Oye now. The chieftaincy is finished. It's a chieftaincy on its own. Give it to me. So that's what happened to the majority of us. We first of all went to school before we now went back to learn or to have education. All of us went to school first for literacy. Then we started looking for education. Am I? Yes. Yeah. That's why you find so many lawyers running restaurants. So many medical doctors now in the business of banking. So many lawyers in the business of fashion design. So many engineers in coupling and leather works. Because they went to school for literacy. Then after they now said they needed education. It is education that put food on your desk, not literacy. Literacy is, I had a relation with a medical doctor. She said she read medicine for her parents. For her parents, but that's what they wanted. I have one among you here who read psychology and public health for me. Before she now went to read, started reading what she wanted. Being a business person. After flying all over the place, all over the world for 6 years. As pioneer having staff. Then she decided, okay, that's not what I actually wanted. So many of us took an excursion, down Burrito. Then it now came back to reality. I said, okay, I have to go to Pan Atlantic and do the School of Media and Communication. So who do we want to be? The desire. That is possible to be recognized early enough. Everybody can assume this is what is good for me, this is what I want. Or somebody can help you to suggest it. It's easier. The first one is very difficult. But without having an idea of the first difficult, success remains far away. Far away. But it's what you are. Religion supports it, psychology supports it, sociology supports it, philosophy supports it. Because even economy supports it. Until you are real you are not having any market value. If anybody told Alibaba's parents, don't allow this boy to waste a lot of time in school. Let him just go straight to mass communication or School of Media and Communication to learn how to talk more. Forget about history, physics, chemistry, biology, and so on. Maybe Alibaba will have become a millionaire at the age of 15. You understand what I'm saying? But what he is that he's a fluent verbal producer. Somebody who's given that eloquence, who can conjure continuously without anything that would itch. There was a program on the radio in the 70s, early 80s, Just a Minute. How many of us listened to it before? Just a Minute. It was a program that was asked to speak for 1 minute on any issue, but without making any speech mannerism. So friendly, that was the kind of test he was passing. And before you know it, How many professors ride Oma Jeep in Nigeria? You can count them on fingertips. The same thing happens to Olajuwon Akim. He attended Muslim Teachers College, Surulere. When I was a PR trainee under Michael Otedola, 77 to 80, he hadn't come into that. He hadn't come into that school. He was still in primary school. Then in the 90s, when he went to the school, nobody saw any relevance between his height and success. He was there with all of us. Until he got to America and he's 200 level, and somebody said, let's see you standing by this gold post. Okay, put your hand and let's see. And they found that even 4 feet away, Akim can put his hand in the basket. 4 feet away from the pole. And it's okay. All you need to do is to struggle to be here. And this once you are there, we'll throw it to you from any angle. Just put it there. And the first match, 19/21. 19/21. Okay, come and sign your contract. He didn't know the meaning of the contract. He didn't know whether he was cheated or this was free money coming from nowhere. And he was able to. The image was built by his height. But nobody had, it was latent. Nobody polished it. By the time he had done 1 term with that club, his eyes did what? And Akim became, no, I'm not ready for you. Okay, so your club, what can you offer? Look at our brother even here now. Now that we know that home brands are good, look at our coach. He's talking about 12 million, just 12 million. For how many days? 30 days. Are you ready? A month. No. How many professors earn 12 million per reputation. It can be, but you have to build it over the years. Then there are 6 sides which I call the cube of the image. Who are you is number 1. Who do you want to be is number 2. Who do we think we are? You know? At times, all of us will have a wrong image, an impression. We call it pseudo image. And everybody has it. How do you demonstrate it? You don't know me. I was one of the first set of leadership and corporate governance in media communication here. You can find out from the director about us. That is pseudo image. It means nothing to the lady. What is the meaning? Tell me what is the meaning to her. Of course. But every day, you all, I all, we demonstrate this. Every day, there's a point where you cannot hold it back. Unknowingly, unconsciously, we say it. That is who we think we are. And it's not image of reality. It is pseudo image. It is not true. It is the mere wish. The mere wish. I can say, oh, if I were to be Jonathan, in fact, there can be no Ebola in Nigeria. It is a wish. So this is where communicators have a lot of job to do. Because each side of this reputation is a challenge of communication. And that is why I look at it from this perspective. Then the 4th one, who do people out there think we are? You see the difference now. Who are we? Which is reality? Who do you want to be? A dream or a desire. Then the pseudo image. Who do you think you are? Then this one, the people out there, who do they think you are? You may not know. And that is the image of truth. Because personality is not how you see yourself, but how others do what. That is the true one, which is next to the first one, which is the image of reality, which is the utopian setting, which is difficult to be identified. But the other one, the 4th one, is closer because it is the mirror of assessment, mirror of evaluation that brings you that result. And that's why your parents see to that and say, no, this is not right. And you say, no, it is right, that's what I want to do. And your friends also call you. Once you see 2-3 people say almost the same thing about an issue, it is that mirror, that platform where you are finding yourself. And that's why when somebody talking to you, honestly, is very sure, he will tell you, Peter,
You go to director and another colleague. Let's share it with them and let them tell you what I'm telling you. And when you go and find out that it's very close, that is the truth. That is the gospel truth of your reputation. And that aspect you must know. It is the point of equilibrium, like we say in economics, reputational economics. When you get to that, you must look for the point of equilibrium when you are managing reputation. The point of equilibrium is where minimum of 3 people are agreeing to your position on an issue. If you are leading a meeting as managing director or as president of the association or a church leader or a mosque leader, and an issue now comes up, out of 10, you see 3 people hammering the same thing, while others have different opinions. You must look critically and see. And of course, if there are syndications of conspiracy, it is easy to know because there will be body language communication among 2 or 3. That's where communicators will be very, very observant. If it is a premeditated one, it's not difficult. There will be something to show you there is a communication between 1 or 2. The next one to die is the 5th one. Who do we think the people out there think we are? It's a bit difficult to understand. You see, what the people out there think we are, that is what they actually think. We may not know. It is in them. They are the one who knows. But we now, deceiving ourselves further. There are even Peter knows that I'm a multi-billionaire. He knows. Has he seen my bank account before? Have I told him how much I have in any bank? But to convince him, I said, Peter knows I'm a billionaire. That's what I think. People out there think I am. It's the second level pseudo-image. And most politicians are on this platform. That's why they fail election. Because you have given somebody a recharge card, you think as a class captain, he will vote for you to win as the class captain. And he will tell you, I assure you, you are my guy. Yes, I'm for you. And then you go to us, don't worry, he has promised me. He's with me, he's my man. And then he goes to Peter and says, see your friend. Well, he's the campaign manager for Peter. But you don't say, see your friend, see the recharge card he gave me. That is why you see 25 politicians sponsored by PDP as PDP members to say, we are the campaign PDP, we are going to APC. They are sent message. They are not the campaign. They were originally sent message with money in their pocket to go and dislodge APC. And the campaign say, yes, don't mind those people. We are not interested. So what do you have to offer us? We are here. In fact, we have money that we can put down. Then you put them in strategic places, they look at your system, then 3 months later say, no, put that on. I'm no longer interested in your party. And the 2 parties continue doing that. So, even when you look at the foundations, it's the same person that drafted the constitution of PDP. So, the chief of pleasant memory, he was able to do that, one individual. So it's actually the other law, the 2 laws are almost the same thing. It's a matter of changing semantics. Where you say go, there I say proceed. And lastly, who do people think we think we are? Who do people? The people. That's why when you have a strong fight, look at you. Who do you think you are? Do you get the question? Who do you think you are? Who? At least you must be over-evaluating yourself. This comes in as a measure of negativity. Once you come to the question, if an organization comes to the question, you do a statistics and then sample your stakeholders. And the stakeholders are saying, I don't think we are facing reality. Who do we think we are? It's a C question. And it's important for a communicator to know. When you are talking of reputation audit, these 6 questions will be of great guide. And if you are in-house or organizational PR consultant, or head of corporate affairs, advertising manager, an editor, or producer, and you don't have
the clearer picture of what each of these questions can give you about each stakeholder, you may miss the point. KPMG happened to be one account I managed as peer consultant in the whole of West Africa for 2 years. KPMG auditing. There was a year they had a challenge. No female CEO was patronizing KPMG. No female CEO. And they felt there was a problem. Was it of gender? Was it of religion? Was it of race? And they said they commissioned different communication agencies and companies, and people were busy building brands and doing all this graphic work, warfare of all billboards and so on. After they came and then I was interviewed, I told them, well, I will only use one strategy and I will not charge more than, as at that time, 2001, I will not charge more than 3 million naira. And I will work only for 2 weeks. And they said, what? I said, I will only use forum. No advert, no billboard, no even radio jingle. Forum. And they said, okay, let's see it. I said, don't pay me. Let me work. When the first forum happens and you are delighted in any form, pay part of my money. So I took Federal Palace Hotel and I did direct mail to every female CEO in Nigeria that has minimum of turnover of 5 million, or less not million. And then I invited 382 women executives to the forum. The first score I had was I had 262 in attendance. And only 2 lectures. The goals can be dug, and the goal can be dug and can be treated for posterity only by the woman. See, so that was what we were discussing. The goal can be dug and be treated. Digging that can be dug, D-U-G, can be dug and treated for posterity only by the woman CEO. All I wanted is to celebrate women and to bring out the latent potentials in them we don't recognize. The first thing I discussed was say, well, look at the crime rate in corporate platform, frauds in all organizations, whether bank, insurance, telecoms, and so on. Before you see a woman, you must have seen 25 men.
That's true.
So we started from that. Then we look at health in the indices. Most of the men who are CEOs, they have terrible health records. If you want to know better, go to a hospital. Because I also managed a hospital. I was a pioneer peer consultant for a hospital. And I can tell you that that's authoritatively. So by the time we treated about 9 points, women saw the program as their own. They took it over. I remember Mrs. Adeleke, Mrs. Kuye, and the likes of them. And the group managing director of KPMG West Africa looked at me and said, we have been trying to bring at least even 25 of these women together. We have been 262. Wow! Took photographs, personalized attention, everything. So it became an annual event. And when the report went to the headquarters in Canada, so I was paid my money. The point I'm making is this. If you want to really manage reputation and stakeholders relationship, you must do the second thing after this profile. The second thing I want to share with you, which is very important, is what we call stakeholders mapping. Can we write? Can I use this? Just to give you an idea, this is the organization. These are stakeholders. This one is like taproot for a tree. It goes deep down to the soil to bring nutrients and water for the tree to now have branches and fruit. This stakeholder, you cannot treat him like you are treating others. But the problem is that it varies from organization to organization. But when we are doing our communication approach, whether PR, advertising, or whatever, we generalize. We do one size fits all. I will show you just two cases. Okuboku paper mills became moribund, not because there was no money from the government to fund it, not because the machines were not there, not because the environment was not peaceful, not because there was no market to buy newsprint. After all the newspapers in Nigeria today, they are importing newsprint. The catchment market is there. But what killed it? The simpler thing that killed it was that the stakeholder that was the taproot was ignored. The community. People woke up in Akwebo and found that none of their own indigene was even a supervisor. Let's talk of manager. Managing director, a white man. Deputy managing director, Hausa man. Finance director, Yoruba man. Marketing director, Igbo man. That director from Middle Belt. Nobody in Akwebo was fit enough to be a supervisor. And they look around and say, okay, the boys, that's a look. If we gave this land to the company and government, so wide, so many hectares of land, and yet none of our own indigenous is their position. So we are only cleaners, messengers, gardeners, and we'll pack their business come up from here, and we have to pack it. But when they bring out their cutlass and budgets, nobody will check. And up to tomorrow, the problem was never solved. There's one very close to you there. All of us know Dublin Estate, isn't it? Opposite Dublin, there's a filling station, very big, Total. Have you seen it before? Which day did you see the Total place selling fuel? It has never operated for one day. In fact, the company secretary to Total, as at that time, then when it was built, well, he is a friend of mine. Apata, I told him, you cannot operate there. No, I said, no, he would take them to court. I said, he's a lawyer. He doesn't know that what is right may not be legal, what is illegal may not be right. And he went to court. If Total didn't win the war. That location was made for playground for the children of the Dolphin Estate residents and landlords. It was signed by a governor. The, what do you call the land, CFO. As at that time it was ratification, governor's ratification. Another governor came, wanted to be popular with the petroleum sector, and then still reallocated that land and then for the station. And the resident association said, no, we can't do that. We cannot do that. But if I were to be the PR consultant to Total, it's a very simple matter. All you need to do is to go to the association and say, look, we have looked at you. We have noticed that your women always cross the road to Ikoyi and buy kerosene and fuel and gas. It's not good enough. We need to protect lives. Why don't we give you something very big to service your house and your motors at this place? Then we were told it's meant for children playground. We will actually give you alternative for that. Because 2 plots of land in solid buildings, we give them different kind of play and recreational items. And you build your social corporate responsibility will balance your business over the years. It's an investment. By now, Total will have been operating there over the years. Another company went again to want to build a fertilizer industry into a residential estate where retirees who have time to write petition. They went there. I said, yes, we want to have. They allowed them to build everything. Then the date of commissioning, they were expecting the minister to come and commission. And they went to court. So these people, a company called ABC Limited, want to kill us here. You know, we are retired. And we have served this country enough. So will somebody now bring a Tosicant to come and kill us in our own homes? It's a residential area. Go and look at their people. Why is it becoming industrial area overnight? And what that company needs to do was to meet the landlords and lessons and say, look, we want to have an industrial area so that we can create jobs for your children who are graduates all over the place, and also build a very big recreation center for the aged and retirees. They have a club. They all go to a Ikoyi club, Yoruba tennis club. Build a club in their own environment and furnish it first before you start your industry. Don't even build industry first. Build the recreation center for the aged, for the retirees. Then they have the management committee. It is management committee that says, look, to fund these facilities very well, we would have loved to do a small production center down there so that we can also generate money and give jobs. Most of the time, it is the sales approach you need to woo and toast your woo-be one. You need to toast your stakeholders. Both ways. You know, in this part of the world, women will not want to agree, they want to toast the man. But they will make all the necessary overtures and put the man comfortable to do the deal. It's the same thing, isn't it? If you are not bold enough to say to the man, fine, no. Yeah, this was your name. Okay? Check, are you eating? I'm so hungry. I think I want to eat there. Come on, I can still buy your own food if you don't want to buy my own. So let's go. Okay? Day one, I buy food for you. Day two, again I said, if we go today, you will pay. You may not even want to go back and say you will pay. Okay, let's go. I will still pay. Offer two, day two. By the time it repeats every 4 times, something must be forming in the heart of the other. Where is the same approach? That's the point I want to make. Let's look at something again. Because I'm not reading, I'm trying to talk to the people. I told you I'm not here to teach. Yeah, the stakeholders are telling you. This is what we call causative stakeholder. That is, if it doesn't happen, the organization is not going to be causative stakeholder. Using the scientific approach of a tree, where you say you have your taproot, secondary, and so on and so on. Then the branches, the fruits, the leaves cannot come out if this taproot does not. It could be the funder, the source of the fund, if that is most critical to you. It could be the building you are using. If you are into a very space-intensive business, the person who gives you the building you are using, or the person who owns the land, is your, just like in the case of the Okoboku and the Total we have used. So you must recognize the importance. The communication with them should not just be as a stakeholder. You let them realize that they are the most important in the scheme of things. Let me show you an example. If a marketing manager gets to a director and says, Director, are you aware that we are bringing out a new product in this area in the next month? And the director said, no, don't worry. The MD told us 6 months ago that that's the thing we'll be doing in the month of August. Do you see the difference? He is now telling me as marketing manager, the information I was bringing juicy and happy that I'm going to break a news to him. And he said, and it's told me as well, your MD himself told us 6 months ago that company is highly secure in that environment. I don't know whether I've ever repeated it. It's highly secure in that environment. So most of the time, organizations leave the job of reputation management in the hand of the people who call leg workers, field workers, processors. But reputation management, the design and the maintenance, continuous maintenance of it, should be in the hand of the top notch of the organization. And that is why communication should be placed at the
board level, not at any lower level than the board. People can belong through the structure, throughout the structure. It could be permeative structure, but it's important that it happens. When I was GM marketing for academic press, something happened. I met the company doing 236 million annually. And my first budget, when I joined them, I was a young man coming with something, and I said, okay, 236 million, I can do more. And they said I should do my marketing budget. I came up with 450 million. And my deputy manager, I told it, and I said, you must be crazy. It's not achievable in this business. You are not selling bread and butter, you are not selling biscuit, you are not selling Bonvita. And I look at him and I said, with all respect, sir, it's doable. Can you leave me with my challenge? It's my choice. And he said, okay, what are you going to do? I said, I need 3 things. Number 1, I have 4 men now, but I need 6 men. But before I will give you 2 of them, I take 2. Then you give me 4 fresh people. And I will describe the few people I need. He said, who? I said, I am done with 2 marketers, but I need 4 printers. Since we are in the business of printing, it is easy for me to teach the printers marketing, but it's difficult for me to teach marketers printing. That was my first step. And they gave me. And I said, second thing, give me 6 months as incubation period. Don't start asking me how much have you made in the 2nd month. But from the 7th month, challenge me about my income. The strategy was very simple. I told them, I am not in the business of looking for every stakeholder. Mapping. I'm trying to explain this. What I wanted was the top 10 of every economic sector. Top 10. 10 companies were the most on top in oil and gas. 10 in manufacturing. 10 in housing. 10 in insurance. 10 in banking. So I told them, our customers are who? They would answer me top 10. So you can't see academic press marketers going to a company that's making 5 million profits in a year, 15 million profit. No, you can only find them in Mogu, if it's in oil, Chevron, Shell. You will not find them in Rotimi and Peters and gas and oil. You can't find them there. So top 10. And the top 10, what are we looking for? Also, top 10 of their prints. Top 10 of their prints. In the customs, we need all the custom papers. Because top 10 of the services sector, immigration and custom came on top. Shipping, NPA follow. So that was the strategy. You should match your fortune with the source of that fortune. And your reputation should radiate among the catchments of the market you want. So if you really want to service, if Peter is going to local government chairman over the last 5 years, even when they have political fund, you cannot get what you are getting. Even if you do, we won't know you here. We will only know you at the local government level. That is where you belong. So you cannot actually be doing a business in the piggery sector. I want to live in the ostrich avenue. It's not possible. You cannot be doing piggery business and then be wearing ostrich appearance. It's not possible. So you must fish where you want to belong. So while my gentlemen colleagues and ladies were busy pumping themselves into all this top team, I will be busy pumping myself into the top 10 of all the social clubs in Lagos. My budget for clubbing was 1.7 before I started and people ask me, I was never taking a beer. I didn't take alcohol. So I can sit down with a bottle of Coke for 6 hours. I'm the only one who knows what I was looking for. Because it was at the Yoruba Tennis Club, I would see half of the MPs of banks I want. At Metropolitan Club, I would see all the commissioners of Lagos State. It was at Lagos Business, Lagos Country Club in Kenya, that I would see all the permanent secretaries of all the ministers of Lagos State. It was in Apapa Club, I would see all the shipping magnates of Lagos. I was a member of all the clubs. And I was an active member, one of the young back. I was just coming now from the function. 10:30 a.m. this morning, CIBN there. They are doing induction, and I was a guest. Mr. Akundaya, who was the former president, I knew him about 17 years ago as a club mate. Ogunleye, the retired and Ogunsheye of Nestle, we were golf mates. They were old enough to be fathers and uncles, but we were golf mates. So I don't need to knock a door to enter their houses. So if I want to discuss calendar with Moku, I will go straight then to the house of the Otumba Ondo chief that now retired. I said, we are putting your calendar. I said, what do I do? Alhaji Fado was general manager corporate affairs first bank. I told him on tennis, we are printing your calendar this year. So as I was talking, I came in to meet academic printing books for Longman, for Macmillan, heavy printing, low income, and heavy space management. But I turned it to reduce publishing into 25% of the portfolio. Annual report became number one. It's an annual thing. Once you have your customers and you keep them in, annually you can get deposit far ahead. Number one. So academics stop borrowing, but we are not using suppliers fund. Because you want to print annual report, you must deposit 6 months ahead. We order the special paper, we put it, or we put your money in the fixed deposit to generate interest before we buy your paper. And then it became then label. Label business also became about 30%. Nestle alone, Magic Cube is about 40% income of Nestle up to tomorrow. And for printing that label and picnic for Wanko. So I sit down with Wanko, Mr. Ajayi, what do we have for the next year? And I planned ahead. I was selling in, not selling out. Because at the club, we will have finished the business of 2015 by July 2014. So all my competitors will now carry beautiful brochures and expensive gifts. Director, we are going to do your calendar. The calendar I'm taking the invoice for. 3 months ago. I was at one advertising agency on Adeni Jones. Number 111, Adeni Jones there. And I saw other printers coming in the rain. What did I come to do? I came to show them the visuals, the designs of the calendars, which they were coming to now pitch for. Because the LPO had been with me 2 months ago. The finance director of Nestle then and purchasing managers, we were together in the same club, and we have finished the business for the year. So before advert came out for pitching. But the advert was run for formality, but the business was gone. So most of you are chasing gone businesses because if you map your stakeholders, there are certain businesses that are your own repeatedly based on networking, relationship. Because don't look for business, look for what? Relationship. Business will come out of relationship. And what do you do with relationship? You use communication to manage relationship. So if you are looking for business, you may not get one. But if you are looking for relationship, you will get business alone. Thereafter, causative stakeholders, you have the cost and strategic stakeholders. They are core because your supplier is a cost stakeholder. If it doesn't give you input, you cannot. That is why you see a company that will live long will manage causative, core, and strategic stakeholders better. Many of you didn't meet Nigerian Tobacco Company, but some of you must have met it or heard about it. Nigerian Tobacco Company was one of the strongest companies in Nigeria, 50s and 60s. But after federal government budget, USC budget, and NTC budget, but that time we never knew oil. Nigerian Tobacco Company was the best manager of core and strategic stakeholders because they would distribute seedling of tobacco for tobacco farmers and also supply them fertilizers. And then come to each farmer and say, what is your acreage of your farm? 10 acres. How many plants of tobacco do you have per acre? They calculated. I was okay, we are going to give you 30% of the estimated yields of
of your farm, even in advance. If your proceedings is to come in 9 months' time, in month 1, and you are supposed to sell 3 million worth of tobacco to us, we give you 1 million. Upfront, 1 million. So the issue of that you can't pay school fees of your children, you cannot pay your laborers on the farm, you cannot buy insecticide, those ones are taken care of from day 1. Who do you think the farmer will be servicing? That's why in the Oyo North, the north of Oyo State, you never found a cocoa tree.